Hey everybody, Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to give you guys some initial impressions of the HTC Flyer. Now this is the 16 gigabyte model. This is a Best Buy exclusive, a Wi-Fi only tablet, and it's priced right now at $299.99. It was originally priced $200 higher, so $500 price point. And of course it's been reduced even though it's only a couple months old, and HTC, well, at least a lot of us have been waiting for an offering from them, but it's been reduced because, as we all know, all tablets have been going down in price, especially with the Kindle Fire on the way. A lot of people are expecting that $200 magical price point to be the standard. Of course, it won't be because the Fire does sacrifice many things, but again, initial impressions of the Flyer, not the Fire, not to be cute here. So we're looking at a 7-inch capacitive multi-touch screen, 1024 by 600 resolution. Really like it so far in my initial impressions. It's right up there with the top in the business, such as Samsung. So really like the screen, and I'm not in any way shocked, since HTC is one of the best manufacturers, at least in the handset business right now, out there. So I had high expectations for them in the screen department. Would love to see an AMOLED, but of course Samsung controls the floodgates on those. So moving away from the screen, of course it does have a front-facing camera, 1.3 megapixels, a 1.5 gigahertz Snapdragon processor, not dual core, so that's going to be a game breaker for some of you. For many, it'll be irrelevant. 1 gig of RAM, Wi-Fi, BGNN support, Bluetooth 3.0, of course GPS that is data dependent, so no internet connection, no GPS. And you also have a rear cam that's rated at 5 megapixel, no flash. Again, this is a 7-inch tablet, a little bit on the hefty side, but I do like that since it does lend to a quality feel. And just I really like what HTC has done here with creating an experience. The reason you're looking at a Gingerbread tablet and not Honeycomb, even though it really does have all of the specs other than, of course, the reference Tegra 2 hardware that we see on pretty much every Honeycomb tablet to date, is that HTC felt that until they got their hands on the Honeycomb source code, which of course is not open currently, they didn't feel it would be right to give consumers a tablet that wasn't really optimized for a Sense experience. So they wanted to stay true to their brand. I commend them for doing that, but most consumers clearly are going to say, why? It should have been Honeycomb. Anyway, that's the reason why, folks. They certainly, didn't have time to adapt the Sense experience to the Honeycomb version of the OS. So there's, your answer for Gingerbread. The good news is the update to Honeycomb is coming. Now, I've given you guys the specs, I've given you the price point. Let's look at the hardware. After all, what else are initial impressions all about? So the tablet, again, really solid feeling, Gorilla Glass. As you can see at the bottom, we've got some capacitive buttons. The pen input, which I'll get to describe in later videos. Back, menu, and home. What's neat is that if you do turn the tablet to landscape, it does move those capacitive buttons, as you can see, to the bottom of the tablet. So good. It's a little bit of a reach. I mean, not so much for me, but if you have smaller hands, you'll be in trouble. Of course, this is a 7-inch tablet, so this should be ideal for anyone, especially if they have smaller hands and can't deal with a 10-inch tablet. This is going to be more suitable for your needs, certainly more pocketable. I can see why they didn't put the buttons here, even though it would have been convenient to have a back button. Clearly an easy mispress there, but really like the interface, like what they've done, really smooth. And it'll be interesting to see how this performs when Honeycomb does arrive. Now, in terms of hardware, you can see unibody construction, so really solid. Does have plastic though here on the top and bottom. Your stereo speakers are right here. Sound so far, I mean, I can tell you initially, seems pretty good, especially for a 7-inch tablet. I'm sure the next version will, of course, be branded with Beats, but the Flyer was built before Beats was purchased by HTC. Your 5 megapixel cam, up at the top you've got your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, as well as your power backlight button, which also acts as the LED indicator. This will flash, of course, when you have a message or any type of notification. On the other side of the tablet, which is the right side, you've got your volume rocker, as well as what I believe are microphones. And of course, most importantly, your charging and syncing port, which is not a proprietary port, thankfully. HTC was wise enough to go with micro USB, a standard, of course, across the board for smartphones. So it makes sense that they did that. And then if you pop off this top back piece here, which is fairly simple to do, you can see that you have, I said fairly simple, I'm stuck on something. You can see you've got your micro SD card slot for storage expansion, so that's certainly a good thing, because HTC did not have to do that. No HDMI out on this tablet, which I think at the price point certainly would have been nice, but they just opted to forego it. So I guess more of a media consumption tablet in their eyes, since it is, of course, more portable, not as big a screen. I think that if you're really going to watch movies and things, you're going to want a larger screen anyway. But really nice tablet. Look forward to giving you guys more impressions as I get to spend more time with it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.